Okay, I was gonna do something about the new OnePlus Nord 2 OnePlus Nord 2 mobile 8-12 gigabyte RAM 4500 mAh battery. What's it look like? What's it meant to be? Okay, one Nord. Oh, that's in 24 hours, Mira. Can we do it like this week at least? What's he saying? Oh, it's taking forever. Now he's going. Doesn't like it, Mira. Denied. But that's the Note 2, not the Note 2T. It's not the Note 2T, man. He's saying, oh, you're doing it all wrong, man. You killed it now. 768. Anyway, you're stupid. You're stupid. You're stupid. You're stupid. You're stupid. Whoever you were. We're going to get to the real point of the issue in a minute. You keep doing this. It's lagging very bad. It's been a bitch. The phone is cleaning up or something. Again, it's not the N2 Node 2T. Okay, it's not, but it is the real one, which is cost $700, 622 on that one. What's this one about? See, that's Node 2T. Now we're talking. Yeah, but you can't buy it there though. Only reading the headlines. So, where's the nerd? Maybe you go up here, right? Phone, review, base, gaming, tablet. Oh, they've got a forum. You can go to the forum. Android Central's got a forum. Ask question, create an account. Yeah, you can ask question, create an account. We're here, OnePlus. This is taking me OnePlus, sign up. You can ask questions, look, all about okay, OnePlus Node 2, go. How to watch Eurovision. Mira, no quiero hacer. OnePlus 10 Pro, but you don't want to go to OnePlus 10 Pro, Paul. You want to, no, Paul, you don't want to go there, Paul. Auction. Anyway, doesn't it have the Bobcast or something? Isn't there a Bobcast for it? Bobcast? How do you do that?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Android Central podcast. I hope you're all doing well. My name is Shruti Shaker. I'm a writer here at Android Central, and I'm so excited yet again to do another podcast again with a lot of topics. And this time, I feel like it's going to be a longer episode because we just have, we have a lot to cover. But before I get started, let me introduce my lovely guest, Jerry. It's possible that Google announces this during Google I/O, which is in a week and a bit.
But don't be surprised if they don't.
Yeah, exactly. There's a possibility that they won't. We don't know anything, right?
It would be complete, such a Google thing to just continue to ignore it.
Very true. Very possible. You're right. I guess time will tell, though. But I want to get to our next topic because it's going to be a quick and short one. Just this morning, it's Thursday, April 28th, we learned of nothing, a little bit more of nothing. We learned about Carl Pays Nothing.
Sorry, I was typing. Otherwise, I would have added to that. So my apologies. Thanks, Derek. You messed it up.
We learned about nothing. We learned nothing today. No, nothing. Carl Pays Nothing launcher beta is now out and live, giving you an early taste of Nothing OS. I'll be honest with you guys. I did not have a chance to actually read this article because I was busy doing other stuff. So I'm going to give you guys the lead on it and tell me, is nothing really something or is it nothing?
Hint, it's nothing to write home about.
Oh, okay. Well, that's unfortunate.
I mean, go ahead, Jerry.
I looked at the article. I didn't see it. I don't care about that. I don't want to install it. I don't give nothing about it. It's I like simple. That tries to be simple while being complicated at the same time. That's stupid. Don't do it. Pick one.
I mean, it's fine. Like I have it installed on my Pixel 6. It's a launcher. I don't really know what to say about it. It's like,
yeah.
It's basically, your standard AOSP launcher with its own. It's got 3 widgets. You can resize like icons and folders, which is pretty cool. Then you can make the home screen look a little bit different. I don't know that there's any other launcher that lets you just resize stuff like that. You can resize widgets, obviously, but I don't recall being able to resize folders before. I mean, other than that, it's a launcher. It's not super exciting.
So
and I thought it was funny the way Alex put it. He was like, for a company that is trying to take the boring out of tech, this doesn't really do it. So it's not the best software debut we've ever seen, if that's going to be your mantra.
Oof. Well, if Carl Pay's listening to this, that's...
But hey, we
sorry, Carl. Gotta be honest.
We can't judge other people's tastes. I'm sure there's somebody out there that saw this and said, "Holy crap, that's the best thing ever! Sweet baby Jesus, I have to install it right now."
This is true.
You. This phone will be for you.
Yeah.
And it's different. It's different than anything else we've seen before. I said it wants to be simple while being complicated. It's less complicated than like something from Samsung, more complicated than something from Google. And I imagine there's a market for people who want that. And maybe that market isn't being served right now. And this will be it.
That's true.
I mean, I guess the whole point of the presentation, from what I remember, is just him saying, we're going to make things simple and minimalist so that the performance will be faster. But without the actual nothing phone and whatever they'll theoretically do behind the scenes to give you that sort of performance boost or whatever is actually going to happen with this, it's just the minimalist nothing there without the actual boost or any of like the features that will come with the real thing. So, it's as a sort of hype for the phone.
Right.
It just doesn't really do much. And
I think this does a lot about hype for the phone. And that's why it was done. It made us talk about Nothing, the company again. It made us talk about the Nothing One phone or whatever it will be called. and everybody is reading about Nothing the company and the phone they're going to bring and how the software is going to be so different.
I want to talk about this for a second because yeah, I get it. He's getting us to talk about nothing. But the problem here, Jerry, is that like if he consistently brings out things that are so underwhelming, no one's going to get excited about this phone unless he releases a phone that is so overwhelmingly good that it blows our expectations out of the gate. So
you just described OnePlus and their initial launch.
Yeah, and I'm like I said, maybe that is the case, but at the same time, you know, there is a chance that he is going to release something that isn't that great. And then it's like, it's like we're talking about this, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we're talking about it and it's exciting and it's good and whatnot, you know, like it's just something that we're talking about because it's in the tech space. Who cares?
But how's that go? No publicity is bad publicity.
Bad publicity is good publicity, or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, remember, we talked about it last week. We're dealing with the master here. He knows how to get people on the hook and keep them on the hook. And that's what put Mr. Pei where he is now. And I will be the first one to say he's better at it than anybody I can recall. And I've been covering this nonsense for a long time. And you know what? I put my trust in him. I think this was a smart move, if for no other reason than he did it, and he is a smart man.
Okay, fair enough.
Anyone find it funny that this launcher isn't available on OnePlus?
Yeah. I hope that was on purpose and like, you know, a big middle finger to them. But
it does say support for OnePlus's devices will arrive soon. So I think it was intentional.
It was a dig. You know, it's possible that he was trying to. Anyways, we don't know anything what's behind those doors.
I mean, the fact that it's only Galaxy and Pixel phones, and then they say support for OnePlus devices will arrive soon, is just, it's a very intentionally small list.
No, it is. It is. But if you also look at it, I mean, the Galaxy phones are the most popular Android devices. And then, of course, the Pixel phones, I would say, you know, are fairly popular as well.
They're most talked about with tech enthusiasts.
Exactly. They're most talked about with tech enthusiasts. So I think that's a strategic move as opposed to a, haha, big middle finger to you, OnePlus. Like,
I have to make sure it works. Exactly. On those two phones first.
Exactly.
I'll tell you what, though. So this thing, from what I recall, is supposed to be like a nice mid-ranger phone, right? Isn't that that's what we know of the phone?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
They're going to have a lot to out OnePlus with the Nord N20. Oh, I just reviewed that thing, and that, like, okay, it's $282, and you would never know. I mean, everything about it does not feel $282. It feels straight up like, you know, sort of the original OnePlus One launch, where you're just like, how is this phone so cheap? What did they do to make this better and cheaper than everyone else?
I think I have really been having this issue where I've subscribed for things just to try something out, and I completely forget that I signed up for something. And then sometimes I get charged and it freaks me out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to contact their customer service and try to get a cancellation. And most of the time they do cancel it, but there are so many times where I've lost money because I just didn't cancel my subscription fast enough. But I think that's where Truebill will come in. On average, people save up to $720 a year with Truebill. It's a new app that helps you identify and stop paying for subscriptions you don't need, want, or simply forget about. Don't fall for subscription scams. Start canceling today at Truebill.com/ACP. Go right now, Truebill.com/ACP. It could save you thousands a year. I'm about to go do it. I would recommend you do. Truebill.com/ACP.
Okay, so we are back. We're going to continue on with our very enthralling discussions that we've had so far. I want to talk about what's been happening with Netflix. So if some of y'all don't know, last week, a week and a half ago, Netflix announced its earnings for Q1, and it was one of the worst earnings it had. And for the first time, it actually lost... It lost subscribers, which is not super surprising. I think it was going to happen. Netflix blamed it on Russia and the war that's taking place, and a lot of its subscribers were pulled out of there. But in reality, some of the reasons for at least why I think that Netflix's subscribers are leaving the platform, and also I wouldn't say the demise, but the downfall of the company is, one, the price hikes of the package deals in North America. I mean, those prices just keep going up and up. And then let's face it, there's just way better competition out there. Disney Plus, Hulu, HBO Max, Discovery, in Canada, Crave, Disney Plus, Apple TV Plus. There's just so many other options out there. And Michael wrote a great editor's desk, sort of doing a deep dive into, well, what is Netflix doing right or wrong, and have they missed the boat? Michael, why don't you tell me a little bit, or tell us a little bit about your thoughts and your process in writing this article, and what you felt when you were writing it?
Sure. So when it comes to Netflix, I think everyone has strong opinions on what it's doing right or wrong. But really, just when I was writing this out, it's just all of this stuff just felt very familiar to me. I mentioned this in the article, but so before I went into tech journalism, I freelanced as a journalist while I was working in book publishing because I wanted to become a book editor. Didn't work out, didn't end up being for me. But while I was there, I saw sort of publishing is in a crisis, and I won't get into that because that's not why you're here to listen. But their
I
thing
would
right
like
now.
to hear it. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go
Well,
on.
the gist is that most books don't make that much money, not enough for publishers to be happy about it. And the reason that publishers stay afloat is because they have their classics. They have their Lord of the Rings and Harry Potters and things like that that bring in consistent income. And so when they are coming out with new books, they can try to do the ones that are like award bait. But for the most part, what they are doing is they are trying to find the next Harry Potter, the one that'll make money for years and years and years. And so they will give out these huge advances to young authors that they think can be the next big thing. And then when those books sell, hundreds of thousands of copies, whatever it is, that's not enough. It doesn't actually earn back the advance because they spent so much on it. And when it doesn't hit their lofty expectations, they move on to something else. They're looking for the next big thing. They can't stop. They got to keep going.
Okay.
And that's literally what Netflix is doing, because the
100%.
problem with Netflix is that they, unlike all the other streaming services that are built off of broadcast networks that have been around for decades, they got strong on the backs of other companies. They got strong by paying for The Office, getting it for cheap, and having it for years where you could stream that and letting people binge that. When those other companies started taking that back, they needed to start making more of their own Stranger Things successes because they didn't have a backlog to rely on that they could use for free all the time. And so now they are throwing so much money at the wall trying to achieve success, to achieve viral status with every show that they do. And when they don't immediately get views, you'll see like a show that they spent tons of money on will get canceled after a week.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is that Don't Look Up, it was a great Netflix produced movie that everybody loved, that still didn't make them enough money to keep other stuff afloat.
Probably not. No, I mean, but because everything is for them is about keeping subscribers,
right?
And movies in particular, they can get them acclaim and get some interest during the Oscars, but movies are not what keep people subscribing to things. They could
It's TV
they could
shows.
just
And
yeah.
and the thing too that I noticed was like Netflix saw like they sort of took advantage of the pandemic because they saw so many, well, obviously everyone was staying in and they were, subscribing to these services because they had nothing else to do. And Netflix, really capitalized on that moment and came out with a bunch of really crappy.
Yeah, fuck next cliff, next flip, whatever it's called. I won't question it. I'm crying for it.
Free shipping. Just enter code ACP like Android.
Do you like it or not?
I can't say a lot about the Pixel Watch. I had to discuss it in private with our editor-in-chief because I just can't say a whole lot about it. But Nick, what if that digital crown also worked if you turned it upside down and it, worked like an old phone that you could use in portrait in either direction?
Yeah, I mean, if you can easily flip it and just wear it on the inside, then that wouldn't cause an issue because that part of your arm doesn't bend. So-
And I can also say if it was charged, it would look like it would show you the time.
Oh,
That's
for sure.
what you would see. And dude, if you still got it and really really want to, I can tell you how to charge it.
Oh my god.
Well then.
As far as how it was discovered.
Wait,
Yeah.
we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a second.
Oh, I thought you asked about
No.
that. All right.
We'll get to that in a second.
Then I'm done. I just cannot say anymore.
My guess is it charges on the back. It looks like there's a series, like a pretty large metal ring. So I'm assuming it sits in some kind of dock, and then that way, no matter how you drop it in that dock, it doesn't have a problem charging. Whereas with some other watches, like I know with some of the older Fossil watches, you had issues with that.
And it stopped.
Sort of the leakers.
Anyway, you can charge your phone fast, slow, all these days, your phone, new phones, whatever. But I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here. I'm going to put this up. I'm going to go here. What's going on? OnePlus Note. That? Is it? That? Oh, mira. Oh, it's launching either next week or something like this or something. Oh, he wants me to be on Vodafone or the other phone. No slot card. No slot card. No slot card. What's that, Google? Then you go to the Poco C4. Android 11, MEU 13, Quantum, Dragon 6. $600 it's gonna cost. 6 internal. What's the platform? Android 13 program. And Whoa, the battery's giving out. There we go. It's got FM radio. Battery 600 type. 700, 600, I don't, close to $650, $650. Well, is this still recording? Still recording? Jesus. Okay, this is the one to get then. Xiaomi Poco C4. Doesn't say the launch date. Display PC. Powerful. Micro SD card. Internal. 60GB RAM. The Xiaomi Poco A3 GS Marina. Reddit. Or you can come to Reddit for more news. Reddit. Yep, you can go to Reddit for more news. My channel. All these people with these new phones, they want Note 2. Poco C4, wasn't it? Or something. Poco C4. Poco C4. Oh, look, they had a Poco C4 in 2021. This guy, I reckon he's got it.
I bombed at my show.
Anyway, I don't believe that. Some people say that, but no matter. What's it called? That's this one. You go into there.
Bold.
Into there. Sony Xperia 1. OnePlus Note 2. iPhone. Oh. Sony Xperia 1. OnePlus Note 2. iPhone 13. Tech Royal. Maybe it's in another language. Okay, I'm out. I'm out. Game over. God. I pray to God. Soy chileno. Subscribe to Intermix Hector. Upala. Oh, what's to that? Oh, I haven't turned it off. Oh my God. Oh, I love you. Because subscribe Intermix Hector YouTube channel.